Hey everyone, just want to give you a quick introduction for the next episode in my Star Trek The Next Generation review series. As you may see behind me here, I'm going to be reviewing the second episode of the series, and that is The Naked Now. So stay tuned here for a complete breakdown of the episode and wait till the end to see what I thought about it. Anyway. Hey everyone, Genome here, coming at you with the next episode in my review of the Next Generation series. So as I kind of alluded to in the first one, Next Generation was kind of my first love. I did kind of grow up with the reruns of the original series, but you know, I started to become more cognizant of other things other than the space battles and fist fights with Next Generation. I was a little older, so. But anyway, so I'm going through each episode to see, you know, if the series as a whole holds up, not only as a whole, but, you know, episode by episode. So let's get into the second episode of the series, and this is none other than The Naked Now. I'll just give you a brief synopsis of what's going on, and then kind of give you my thoughts on it afterwards. So basically, this is a complete ripoff of, or should I say, a retelling of one of the other from original series episode. Was it The Naked Time? I think it was called originally. So same premise. Basically, the Enterprise crew is checking out a collapsing star, and immense gravitational flux, whatever, causes this disease, this illness in the crew. Basically, it makes them drunk.
All I have is a vague memory of reading somewhere about someone taking a shower in his or her clothing.
Huh. The body Geordi discovered.
Well, I believe it may have happened before.
So what we see is the entire cast, one by one, devolving into a state of inebriation, basically, and it plays havoc upon the ship, and it causes a crisis. So, upon doing this, you know, like I said, as all the important crew is slowly turned, the ship is put into a really bad spot. And, you know, it's pretty difficult to help out when you're also intoxicated. So everybody who could really save the ship is intoxicated. And the one who's really putting the ship in danger is Wesley Crusher. Oh, yes, everyone's favorite acting ensign, even though he wasn't in that yet, is he's got a snootful, as it were, and he's loaded. And he takes over main engineering and creates his own personal fiefdom and demands dessert be served with every meal, as every teenager wants.
And henceforth, a dessert course shall precede and follow every meal.
Maybe a 6-year-old, but whatever. So, yeah, he lets lets a buddy of his engineer in, and they wreak havoc with the Starship Enterprise, and basically the star explodes, and we have a stellar fragment coming at him. They like to use the word stellar fragment in this series. It pops up again later on. Without ruining the entire plot for you, they do save the day. Once again, the do save machina of Wesley Crusher saves the day. You know, he did kind of endanger the ship originally, but it was his idea basically that saved the ship. So, yeah, cure's found, and, you know, happily ever after, and you know they're going to survive. This is the second show of the series. So, what do I think about this episode? For one thing, it was too early to make this kind of show, I think. Basically, the characters had not even grown into the roles at all yet. I mean, there were some character quirks that are starting to show up here. Picard is a little more animated. Riker is a little more in charge of certain areas. And they give some depth to Geordi a little bit, seeing his longing to actually want normal vision, right?
Help me to not give in to the wild things coming into my mind.
Geordi, my job is security.
Tasha, please.
Even though they have to do this, especially in the first season of Star Trek, they gotta say, but Geordi, your eyes are better than mine. You see better than me. You know, just trying to make everything sound so great, you know, and it's like, there's this really cringy line in there where Tasha is trying to get Geordi to go back to sick bay, and he's like, help me, Tasha. She's like, okay, helping is more important.
Tasha, please.
All right, helping is more important.
You know, it's just so hackneyed, but whatever. Anyway, it was too early in this series to do this show, I think. I think it would have been much better in the second or third season, especially, to show the change of the mannerisms of the crew.
Me something. You do realize that, don't you? I'm a woman. I haven't had the comfort of a husband, a man.
You can tell a lot more if a character is drunk in the third season of this show, because, you know, they've established all the character traits by then, than you can in this one, other than just acting blatantly drunk and having things like Tasha Yar sashaying through the decks, you know, kind of trolling for a man. And yes, you do get to see a little bit of everyone's favorite security chief, scantily clad.
You wanted me?
I think the one and only time in the series that she is. So, but it's something. And you know, the funny part is even Data is affected. Which makes zero sense and is really just kind of forced, just for the love scene.
Yeah, you are fully functional, aren't you?
Of course, but
How fully?
in every way, of course. I am programmed in multiple techniques.
But anyway, I digress. Yeah, it was just too soon. We hadn't built these characters up enough to do an homage episode, and the original episode wasn't all that great anyway. I mean, it was kind of interesting to watch some of the more stodgy characters lose control a bit in the original, but in this one there wasn't really much reference. A lot of the characters are kind of flippant anyway. The acting is pretty bad. I will say this though, I actually kind of like. I didn't like too much of his first season stuff for Riker, but Jonathan Frakes does pretty good in this episode. When he takes charge, when everybody else is inebriated beyond belief, he's actually pretty good, especially the bits where he's down in engineering, you know, looking frustrated.
Wait, I've got to quarantine you.
If I don't get the command computer back online soon, none of this, whatever this is, will matter. We'll all be dead.
So, yeah, there's some decent parts to be had there. And there's a couple, of course, funny bits, like, especially, I don't know, some people don't like it when Picard goes in and he's kind of flirting with Crusher in her doctor's office.
Beverly,
Yes, Jean-Luc.
you will address me as Captain.
Captain.
There's a few cute things in there, but yeah, all in all, it's a pretty weak episode, but that's just indicative of the first season. Definitely probably more enjoyable to watch than the Counter Farpoint, but, you know, it's setting the bar kind of low. So we'll see if the series improves in the next one, but anyway, let me know what you think below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. There'll be more review content coming up in the near future, and so until the next adventure of the Star Trek Enterprise, this is Genome, out.
I'm still not thinking straight.